Okay, there's a 276 here. Long War 2 mod for XCOM 2 changes the game quite significantly from the vanilla based game. So stay tuned and prepare to download some more information. So in this episode we're going to go through the soldier classes for XCOM 2, Long War 2. Long War 2 revamps the whole class system with more soldier classes to choose from, 8 plus the Psi Op, and a whole swag of new perks and abilities which further specialises into another 2 to 3 subclasses for each of the classes. First of all, we'll go to the Assault class. The Assault class is closest vanilla kin to the Ranger, but replaces the sword with an arc thrower. Position on the back there. They are great for getting up close with an enemy and shooting them in the face with their shotgun. Their abilities, the left perk tree Raider specialises running up to the enemy or enemies and taking point blank shots with a shotgun. Raider perk beefs up the run and gun ability and makes the shotgun even more powerful. Hit and run and that sort of stuff really helps out with the run and gun there. The right branch of the perk tree is the Breacher, specialises in getting into the fray of the enemy and then taking the hits. Well, shots at anyway, because things like untouchable and formidable and that will help them out greatly there. But yeah, so it buffs up your defense, avoiding your reaction shots, gaining extra armor, basically becoming a bullet sponge, allowing the rest of the squad to move with extreme prejudice. The middle branch of the perk tree essentially buffs the arc thrower, making the assault a pest to the enemy even at the range. So the arc thrower has the same range penalties as a rifle, so if you can't get close enough with your shotgun, you can still be quite a pain in the neck with your arc thrower. Next one we're going to go through here is the Grenadier. I'll bring up Fireman for this one. The Grenadier is rebalanced vanilla Grenadier and makes its presence felt by the liberal application of HE to the face. They lose the autocannon, so they're not as versatile as vanilla, so they're more of a backline range role, lobbing grenades over their heads. The left branch of the perk tree is Boomer. It specialises in cover destruction. That's pretty much it. Once they run out of the explosives, they're essentially a rookie soldier with no additional help to the primary weapon abilities. So these are all cover destruction to help get rid of the cover. The right branch of the perk tree, Support, specialises in aiding and abetting friendly troops by getting in additional support grenades, disorienting the enemy troops, including the robotic ones, and providing dense smoke cover or ghosting friendly units. But again, the usefulness drops off once their grenades have been expended. So it gives you extra grenades, sting grenades, dense smoke, ghost grenades, and all that sort of stuff, blue screen bombs. So you can disorient robotic enemies as well. The middle branch of the perk tree gives a Grenadier perks that give alternatives to other grenade perks or help them be effective once those grenades have been exhausted. You got your train shot, center mass and stuff like that. They'll help, or they're just alternatives to other grenade perks which aren't aligned to either Boomer or Support. Grenadiers are also noisy soldiers, meaning they add 20% more infiltration time than a normal soldier. Click on the info link in the top right to see my video on how infiltration works. And grenades can be heard further out in a mission that can attract unwanted attention. This is also covered in my tactical layer video. Check that one out as well. Next one I'm going to go into is the Gunner. The Gunner is the other half of the vanilla Grenadier, so they split the vanilla Grenadier to Grenadier and Gunner. Specialists in the use of the cannon, they are granted area suppression and suppression from the outset. They also get a combat knife as a secondary weapon for limited melee attacks. Left branch of the perk tree Saw Gunner specialises in more single target damage with more damage and guaranteed attacking hits. It's more for getting bullets onto the target, not so much using the suppression. The right branch machine gunner specialises in controlling the battlefield by supplementing suppression with perks that will give additional chances to hit a target if they even think about moving, but they're less effective at punching out pure damage. So if you want to lock down an area or provide covering fire essentially, yeah, with Overwatch, the machine gunner is more your man. They'll keep them locked down in a particular area, and also with the suppression, if you choose to suppress them, if they even move, they're pretty much going to get shot. The middle branch of the perk tree gives the gunner perks to help increase the vulnerability and utility in the field. So if you're just another alternate to these ones, and gives them things like Iron Curtain, Shredder, combatives, and that sort of stuff for your short range stuff with your combat knife. So again, just adds a bit of variety to the way you can build them. Next one I'm going to go on with is the Ranger. The Long War 2 range class is not at all like the vanilla Ranger class. It is instead more of a rifleman class, specialising in the use of their rifle to maximise the number of shots per turn that they can take. One of their squaddy perks is Light 'em Up, which allows firing without ending your turn. Their secondary is also unique, that they are now equipped with a sawn-off shotgun, which has one shot only and very close range, but good if you have one of those pesky stun lances in your face. Nice little short sawn-off shotgun there. The soldier abilities, so they start with Light 'em Up, but the infantry on the left-hand side here specialise in maximising the damage output from their rifle, preferencing accurate deadly fire. The right tree is Defender, makes the Ranger an Overwatch champion. It's increasing reaction, aim and crit chances, and they can fire up to 3 shots during an Overwatch turn. This makes a fool of any enemy that tries to run. Granted, enemy don't have Shadow Step or Lightning reflexes, which doesn't make this as effective in that regard. But for the most part, it's a very good Overwatch stream down here. The middle branch of the perk tree grants a lot of defensive bonuses, ensuring they can handle a few shots fired their way. So you can see Fortify and the like. Practical sense increases the defense. Next one to go on with is the Sharpshooter. The Sharpshooter has not really changed from the vanilla Sharpshooter, except they no longer carry a pistol as their secondary. They may still carry a pistol as a utility though. The secondary is now Hollow Targeter, which works at squad sight range, and after moving, this can help the rest of your squad get the kill if you just can't get them with a sniper rifle. That's your Hollow Targeter on the back there. It's their own DP. Don't be too rude. So the left branch here is the sniper branch. As the name suggests, works best at range, picking off targets, but they can only do that if they haven't moved. So death from above, damn good ground. So really one of your streams if you want to go with your pure sniper. The right branch of the perk tree, Marksman, allows a sniper rifle use after movement. So you got your snapshot here. Meaning that you can move into a flank to get a higher chance to kill and keep killing. This means that you're a lot more vulnerable to being attacked themselves. So a perk like low cover is ideal. You got low profile here, or low profile. The middle branch of the perk tree gives us Sharpshooter buffs to the Hollow Targeter, aiding the rest of the squad in getting the kill. The best bit is this can all be done at squad range. So yeah, all the Hollow Targeter stuff can all be done at squad range, so you avoid point targeting and high def hollow. So that all helps with the majority of it helps with Hollow Targeter anyway. Alright, next one to go on with is a Shinobi. So for anyone who has watched my Long War 2 series, you're likely to know that Shinobi is one of my, if not my absolute favourite class in Long War 2. The squaddy perk of Flesh alone is a very dangerous perk. So this one here, where is it? There is Flesh. I'll show you there. The Shinobi is the closest to the vanilla ranger class, but without the nerfed sword attacks and being able to take a shotgun. They are also the masters of stealth, concealment and infiltration. The left branch of the perk tree, Saboteur, is a master of stealth and scouting. Additionally, perks on this side of the tree can significantly reduce the amount of infiltration time this soldier uses. Check out my video on infiltration. So yeah, because they reduce the amount of infiltration time, this possibly allows another more damage strong soldier to join the squad. So if you're a normal soldier would be under, you might be able to even squeeze in one of these Shinobis in there as well. The right branch, the Kenshi, specialises in the art of the sword and close range combat. The perks combined with Flesh could potentially clear that deeply entrenched enemy squad. You Cutthroat here, Infighter, Blade Master, Blade Storm, Coup de Grace and Implacable. So it makes them very useful, especially with your Flesh. Sorry, not Flesh, Flesh. The middle branch of the perk tree gives the Shinobi a variety of defensive and primary weapon perks, so they're not quite an effective. So they are quite an effective infantry soldier as well. So here they can use their primary weapon over their blade as well. Next one is the Specialist. The Specialist in Long War 2 is much the same as in Vanilla, with the exception of the reworked perk tree. At Squaddy they get Combat Protocol, allowing even medic builds to be somewhat offensively useful. Soldier abilities. So left branch of the perk tree is your Medic. As the name suggests, allows the Specialist to come to the aid of your other soldiers to keep them in the fight. Apart from that, they're essentially a soldier with a gun with no perks to make them more effective in direct combat. So these are all basically medic based perks. The right branch is Hacker. This is a bane of any robotic enemy units with almost certain guaranteed haywire and being able to deal guaranteed damage. They are invaluable on the battlefield as an offensive specialist. Middle perk helps the specialist become more combat effective if there is no need for the specialist ability. So you're covering fire suppression, ever vigilant, sentinel. So same with all your Overwatch stuff in there.
Bypassing security. Piece of cake. We've got to be.
Last one we're going to of the standard soldiers classes is your technical. Technical class brings the vanilla flamethrower and rocket launchers on the exosuits earlier into the campaign via the use of a gauntlet containing these devastating weapons on the left arm there. The left branch of the perk tree, Rocketeer, focuses on their rockets, making them more accurate, powerful and devastating. So big boom, concussion rockets, tandem warheads, javelin and the like. The right branch of the perk tree, Fireman, focuses on the flamethrower to really put the heat on the most determined enemy and even robotic units. So when they get to phosphorus, they get quite effective against mechanical units as well. A lot of good perks in there for using your flamethrower. One thing to remember with the flamethrower is it's not as effective going around heavy cover, so just keep that in mind. The middle branch of the perk tree helps the technical become more combat effective soldier, that you can also bring the rain when it's needed. So yeah, just helps out with the normal soldier type skills there. So just in case they run out of all their flamethrower charges or rocket charges, they can still be quite effective there. Alright, lastly the Psi Operative. To become a Psi Operative, they must be a rookie to start with. So the Psi Operative otherwise remains largely unchanged, except they now gain rank. Needs to go on missions to gain that rank to get the experience. Training time for Psi perks above the current rank are increased, depending on how many levels above the perk is. So the perks that you get to be able to train the Psi Op with, the higher above their current rank that perk is, the longer it'll take for that training to happen. I hope you found this episode useful on the different classes of XCOM 2 soldiers in Long War 2. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Facebook, links in the description below. The source for the information on this was from the UFOpedia, link in the description. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get all the latest updates on XCOM 2 and Long War 2. Thanks for watching.